guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Kanyesa Jibindabaya. This is the second part of a Groundbreaker. I'm with Prince again. I invited Prince again on this channel so they can inspire us. I know guys, you have a lot of things that you need to start up but don't even know how you're gonna do it. So here today we have the right person, which is Prince. So Prince, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So Prince, you have IoT systems, right? So tell us, like, what is an ITO system?
Okay, an IoT is it stands for Internet of Things.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's devices that are interconnected and that share information on the internet. One other way that I can also describe it is we giving brains to whatever was manufactured in the 20th century.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're the one who started from scratch, right? You're a CEO for it, right?
Yes.
Yes, because like I once saw something like you even on the radio. I think it was 2017, where like you were interviewed about this IoT system. So in the like, how did you come up with for you to start up this kind of business? This is the right business for you to start it. Like, how did you come up with such Internet of Things?
Well, that's actually quite simple. I looked at where the world was going.
Okay.
Everything these days is electronics. Everything is on the internet, you see. So I did my research, and then I actually discovered, oh, okay, there's such a thing as IoT, and I looked at how I can get into it. And it also stemmed from what we discussed in the last interview, where part of it was part of my curriculum as well.
Okay.
University, it's part of the electrical and electronic engineering curriculum. So I just took bits and pieces from that, and then I saw an opportunity and created a business out of that as well.
Oh, like, okay, that's not just, you just mentioned that you saw an opportunity. Like, you usually title yourself as like an opportunist. So in this business, like when you started this business as Internet of Things, like you came up with the name, or it's just like the name that is known worldwide, or just like, okay, let me just, since I'm enrolling in this right now, let me just give it the name, the Internet of Things.
No, so the term was already coined.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the space that I deal in. So let me give you an example. Let's say you've got a greenhouse, right? This is a system that I actually created.
Oh, okay.
In the past, when you had a greenhouse, all you had to do, like, you treated it like a farm or a garden essentially. But now what we're able to do is we're able to put sensors and build a system such that you can know how much fertilizer is in the soil. You can know what's the moisture content in the soil, and then you adjust it according to what your plants need. You know the temperature within the greenhouse, so that you can also have like a temperature regulation system in there. And all of this you are able to do without actually setting foot in the greenhouse.
Okay.
So hence the Internet of Things. So we set up that system, and you choose the parameters that you actually want. It can differ with what you're growing and all of that. So the idea is you are able to take care of your greenhouse even if you are not physically there yourself. You can be in Cape Town, you can be in Durban, you can be at work, and then you can see, oh, okay, this is what the moisture content is, or I need it to automatically start watering the plants, for example.
So is it not that costly to have a smart system? Because like you just mentioned a greenhouse, like you're dealing with a greenhouse. Because like we once told like a greenhouse is quite a little bit expensive, because like you require a lot of materials, a lot of things inside of it for you to grow your plants better, and then they grow in the certain season, right? So is it not that costly to have a smart system in a greenhouse?
So it depends because I operate within the consulting space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what I do is I offer you an opportunity to increase your yield, one. Two, maybe to also increase your profits, and use less electricity while it's doing it. use less energy.
So, okay, so this Internet of Things, is this still operating, or it was like just once off, because like if people were only, so it was only specified for people who have greenhouses?
No.
Or like, just let me just do it for this kind of type of people, and if when they're done with it, like that's it, or we just carry it on?
So currently it's actually a consulting company, whereby you come to us with a list of specific requirements, and it doesn't have to be greenhouses. It can be anything. We generally work with entrepreneurs that cannot afford huge systems. They cannot afford to go to like Siemens to have it create a system for them. But what we do is we come in and then we assess what it is that you need. Maybe you need a chair that can sense how heavy the person sitting on it is, and then do something according to the weight, you see. Or or it can be a pump. You know, you're creating a pump and you need the pump to tell you how much water it's pumping. You need it to tell you when it's going to fail, if it's losing pressure, you know, things like that. So it's not just confined to one area or anything. Even households, you know, we can also create a completely what we call smart house, where 90% of everything there is actually electrified, where you use a smartphone to control it.
Oh, okay.
From opening the windows to you can even have a smart kettle, you know, a media system that plays something when you get there. You know, so it's a diverse range. It's a broad range, and what we do is we just come in with our knowledge of IoT, and then we work with you according to the needs that you have.
Also, specifically, this company like is basically on what the client wants.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, when you start up with this company, like you had someone helping you, or you were on your own, or you had a business partner that can be helping you. Like, they just do this thing because like it's working for us, or maybe you're enrolling with your friends because like since you're a student, like you're around with people who are doing the same field as you. So like you're in with them, like or maybe just like let me just do it and then see what takes me.
So the way it started, once again, I saw an opportunity. Someone needed something done.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then I offered to do it because I believed I had the know-how at that time.
Okay.
Then yes, and the way I actually worked is I would talk to my friends, who know electronics and who know programming and whatnot. Then we'd sit together and then design the system. And then once we're done designing the system, we get paid, and then I pay them as well. So, yeah, so that's how it ran for quite a while, and then up to even now, I still just utilize the people within my network for specific things.
So okay, so Prince, tell me a little bit like, okay, is it like international? Your business is an international business, or it's just like local one that we're just doing here in South Africa? Is it international business?
For now, we actually focused on the South African market, because we believe that Africa is where the opportunity is.
Okay.
Yeah, here it's the reason I say that is because there is less companies doing that, first of all.
Okay.
And the second thing is there aren't any products that that are like smart products that are locally created for local situations. So we think that focusing on South Africa is actually the best way to go forward.
Okay, so tell me here, Prince. I didn't want to ask this, but let me just ask this. Like, you are enrolling in Internet of Things as well, and there are some plenty of businesses. So tell me about the business that you once heard about trekking, because you was enrolled in trekking, right? So the trekking part, like where you would be working with the mines, like how did you come up with that, like with that business, and how did you manage to succeed in that business?
So that's one of the hustler business, if I can call it.
Okay.
So basically, I was supplying plant equipment and trucks to coal mines in Mpumalanga.
Oh, okay.
That business, I was actually I was introduced to it by a friend of mine who's from that side.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted, to do. He wanted a few trucks for a certain project, and then he asked if I could help. So I helped him, and then from that grew actually an informal business, so to say.
Okay, so in other words, like you didn't even have something that we call a passion for doing something at a specific, when you have passion, like you focus on one thing. So for you, like what is it that is making you to always like to having like this many, enrolling yourself into many businesses instead of you like being in one, focusing on one thing?
I think with everything that one does, there is always that common denominator.
Okay.
Right? For me, across everything that I do, the common denominator is usually I just have a passion for being opportunistic. I look at deals, I look at how I can turn anything into a business, and then there's also the technology part. I'm always, that's like one underlying common denominator as well. I'm passionate about technology. I'm passionate about the science environment and all of that. So it's not like there is that one passion, that whatnot. I think it manifests itself in different ways. I don't know if you get it.
I'm trying to get it, but I understand because like right now you enroll in different kind of businesses just because like you see opportunity in each and everything that you come along with, because like according to me, I believe I feel like you love science so much in such a way, like you try to put everything that you see into manufacturing, like to come to reality, to make it as a business.
Exactly. That's the underlying thing for me. So in everything that I do, there is that element of science and technology, and it doesn't matter whether I'm creating biofuels, or I'm creating a smart system, or I'm creating a website for people to get trucks and plant equipment. So there's that one underlying passion, if I can call it that.
Okay, so one more thing, but last but not the least, so you were also once enrolled in the Uber business. Like, why Uber business?
So, as an entrepreneur, one thing you learn is that you have ups and downs.
Okay.
You can make a lot of money today, but then you don't make anything in the next 3 months.
Okay.
You see, so the idea of the Uber business is to have that constant stream of income, because even any accountant will tell you that cash flow is how a business survives. A business can be making losses and whatnot, but if it has cash flow, it will definitely survive. So the whole idea behind the Uber business is it was a business that would give me cash flow without me having to do put in a lot of work. So it was that whole passive income story that everyone likes talking about. Because for me, while I was doing something else, those cars were actually working and creating an income for me. And whether I don't make money or my other business actually take money, there's always that stream of income that's constantly coming in, and that's keeping the company afloat.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, thank you so much, Prince, for your time and also for answering all the questions that we had for you today. So, guys, here you have everything that Prince just explained to us about, like inspiring you guys. Like you can even do something, give an opportunity, each and every opportunity. If you just grab it, you can even grow yourself bigger to be a better person of yourself, an empire or a legacy. So, thank you so much, guys. If you haven't subscribed for this channel, just subscribe and keep on watching.